Batteries are all charged, ready to edge a driveway if we get around to it. I'm not sure what the day will hold. So why do I have my Gator here and not parked over there where it goes? Well, we have some things to fix on it. First being, we need to tighten up this door striker here on this door here, because when you go to shut the door, that should not be occurring. We also have to tighten up a couple of bolts here on the inside here. Can't remember which ones they are. That guy there, because somehow, some hoo-hoo way, they've decided that they wanted to start working them way loose. And then we got to see what we can do about this sun visor here. We need to see if we can't maybe tighten this up here, maybe cram a washer or something in it. Because I can't, it is absolutely annoying when you go over rough ground or something, how it just kind of wants to vibrate its way down. And eventually it'll smack you in the face or the brim of your hat or something of that nature. It's just really annoying, and I can't be having that. I might just, well, no, I can't even do that. Oh. Take that apart, because I don't really have anybody that sits over there. No, they're probably a right and a left. They look it. Yeah, they're a right and a left. Yeah. Darn it. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. So I'm kind of trying my darn hardest to come up with places to put you guys, so that you guys can see just what I am doing. As I'm doing it. So let me say that's too big. Why do you got one that's too big? Because I just thought that it was going to be the right size, and I know somebody's going to tell me, well, it's a little teeny tiny guy, isn't it? Holy crud. Man, why would they make something like this so darn teeny tiny? Are you kidding me? Is that even smaller? Yeah, what in the world? Why would they make something so stinking tiny to where you have to worry about dropping it? Still. Or is that a Phillips? Or I bet you that's a Phillips. It almost feels like it's a Phillips. So when you work on something, it is always better to have multiple of what you need. So that way you have a wide variety of things to choose from. So what I'm gonna plan to do, is take this guy apart. That's probably a special size that I don't have. Well, pooey. Oh. I think it might have just needed tightening. Yes. Sweet. Look at that, boys. How could something have come loose like this? To where it didn't even come loose in my other Gator? Well, that's beyond me. I really have. No idea. I think we'll just leave it like that for once. Maybe kind of just a little bit. There, I am happy. I am happy. And for those of you that have been saying there's little plastic washers in there that need tightened up every so often, well, yes, that's true. But I don't think I needed to go to that extreme. It wasn't necessary to do that. And we could tighten that up just a skosh more. There. As good as new. Now let's turn our attention over to this door striker here. See if we can. Now, I think it was the last big one. The last time. Doggone, is that thing tight? Shoo-wee. Oh my goodness. Holy crud, that thing is tight. Man, what in the world? Oh my goodness. Man, daggone, that thing is tight. Why? So tight. Oh my goodness. But I gotta get some leverage on this. Okay, so I'm gonna improvise here. I'm gonna use this, try and use this gear here. Because we don't have anything small enough here to work with. I don't like that. Why does everything have to be so freaking tight from the factory that nobody, and when I mean nobody, can get the thing off or anything? In the world? Oh my gosh. stuck on you. Might just have to live with it the way that it is. Got one more trick up my sleeves. I'm gonna try vice grips. Now, I realistically should be trying vice grips plus the gear, but I'm not gonna, because I feel that I'll do more damage to this thing than I'll do good. Need to be up higher. That's not what I want to have happen. Good grief. I'll probably just leave it alone. It's probably the best thing to do. So that way nothing gets broke. Just when I was about to throw in the towel and give up, I found this piece of pipe. Ought to work. Why was that stupid thing on there so freaking tight to begin with? Daggone. Now what we did, we just loosened that up by hand, and we will do so until the door shuts. I think it came out too far. We need to actually go in. Not catching there. Kind of one of those things where you just kind of gotta play with it. Think I got it where I want it. Think I got it where I want it. I'm happy with it. Shuts nice. So I went in just a little bit further and I tightened it down. Very pleased. You know, it makes me feel good that I can do a lot of things on my own. There are things that I can't do, like weld and use a cutting torch, but that's why you hire people to do your welding for you and whatever else needs done. I could do most things like adjust a door striker, adjust a sun visor, change tires out, which I've done before. Not on this machine, but like on dump trucks. I'm good at breaking tires down. You just flip them on the floor, take them off the rim, flip them on the floor, take a slide hammer and hit them a couple times, and then or I should say, you take the tire off the rim, you let the air out of them, you take the guts out of them, and then you take the slide hammer and smack it a couple times, take the tire demounting tool that we have, and you break the tire down, which it requires two people, but hey, you know, most things do when you're messing with tires, and so on and so forth. I mean, yeah, you gotta put a little force behind it to shut it, but these cabs are just so airtight on these Gators. I mean, yeah, you let the window down a little bit and that could help, but most people that ride with me don't know that they close better if you let the windows down. But whatever. To each our own. That's going to get dumped today, and then we're going to go around and empty more trash cans, I believe. Whether it be something as simple as adjusting a door striker, sun visor, taking tires off of a rim, or I should say off of a vehicle, whether it be a dump truck, a car, anything, four-wheeler, UTV, to something as big as demounting tires on my own. I'm not gonna lie, there are times where I struggle with that. But you know what? I just have to give the glory and honor to God that I'm able to do what I'm able to do. Just like some of you, I know that I have some haters that follow me. Well, you don't know what you're doing. Oh yeah? Just like I got done ripping a hater apart this morning on somebody else's YouTube channel because they were just spewing off false information about the individual that they had no clue that they were trying to tell the individual how to do his job. And I was like, hey, leave the guy alone unless you've done his job before. Now, I don't know if that guy replied to me yet. I haven't checked or not, but it just baffles me how many people there are in the world that will try to tell you how to do your job. Now, for me, I shouldn't say value. I look at that as you're helping the individual grow. Haters will help you grow, believe it or not. When they say that you can't do something, just turn back around 10 times and say, I can. Yep. And that's what I've done my whole life, is I've proved people wrong. Are there times in my own life that I'm gonna feel like nobody cares? Yeah. But you know what? On nice, bright, sunny days like today, hey, there's more good days than bad days. There's more sunny days than cloudy days. You guys get where I'm going with this? Okay, good. So, it can be frustrating when people say negative things, but at the end of the day, they don't have a darn clue what you're going through. They just are so darn negative, so miserable, and just so full of hate that that's all they know how to do is hate, okay? And I've learned too that, you know, you just kind of got to let that stuff go in one ear and out the other. Just like right now. I'm sure I've probably got some haters watching this video going, well, I wouldn't have made that big of a square around that just for some stupid kittens, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. Mind your own business. I'm showing you guys how I do things my way. I'm open to constructive criticism, but don't sit there and try to tell me that you know how to do things when you clearly have not. Thank you, Northeast Ohio Farmer. We needed that piece of information. You are most certainly welcome. So, just like the last video you guys will see me load this wagon, I'm sure, you know, oh, you should have done this, you should have done this. I wouldn't have threw all them bales down at once. If I'm doing something once, like walking my way down the pile here, and just boom, throwing bales off, well, I'm gonna keep going and get my way to that there ladder. Because why stop halfway just to come back up here and keep going again when you fill the wagon a second time? Instead, why not just keep going, get to the ladder so you have safe access from both points, there and over there, in case you need to get down in a hurry for something. At least that's what's going through my mind anyhow. Now, she still has her kittens up here. The mother does. There's 4 of them. Okay, and she is right there, I believe. Could be wrong. Could be right. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is when I load my wagon, I'm just going to go from here over because I feel I have enough straw here. This has been stacked in a square. So that way we can get to that hole. We got to the hole from the other side here. We set a ladder up here and crawled up here and crawled in the hole and shoved the straw out there. Back when my sister and I were in 4-H, because it just made more sense to, instead of carrying the straw all the way around, just take a chainsaw, cut a hole, boom, shove the straw out. We put the pens right there, so it just made perfect sense. Yeah, there's some changes that could have been done. We could have went maybe a little higher, maybe a little wider, but you know, it works for us. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this out of here today, throw it all down there. I'm gonna throw quite a bit down, so that way I only have to be up here once, and then I'll go ahead and stack. You guys have seen me stack before. No sense in boring you guys more than I already have in previous videos, but just to do a little explanation in this video of the haters and why they hate me. I know there's a couple of you that, and it's okay if you voice your opinion. I was gonna say, well, I wouldn't be throwing that in that little pit in there. Why not? You know? Why wouldn't you? Come on. Tell me. Why wouldn't you throw it in this little pit? It's going to need bedded eventually anyhow with straw, so why not just, you know, throw the loose stuff in? So I got most of the loose stuff cleaned up. Like I said, I'm just going to throw a really, really good amount down. That way I don't have to climb back up here. Do it again. I almost, you guys saw in the video ago that red dump truck that we loaded with straw. I was back here loading. There's actually right here. I almost slid off this darn thing when I went to go throw a bale into bed, and I don't know what stopped my foot and kept me back from falling off the edge, but I'm just like, ooh, kind of makes you stop and think that, hey, maybe I ought to slow down, bring a broom up here, rake this back from the edge so that way you can see. Because right now, you cannot see the edge of this thing at all. I mean, you just kind of going off of, you know, feel and things like that. But, it just, yeah, kind of makes you go, whoa, maybe I better slow down a little bit before I end up getting hurt. I like a good challenge, because you know what that says to me? It says you're putting them brain muscles to work, or brain cells, or whatever your teachers used to tell you in school, that you'll never make a living looking out of a window as farmers or whatever. I just, again, like to prove people wrong. I proved people wrong when I was born. That I would never be able, that I wouldn't make it because I was so darn premature. Let's try for a 2-pound. Yeah. My head was as big as my fist. That's how big I was. Can I get that eerie feeling that something's going to happen? Ouch. This is a result of why we keep the bales away from the alleyway. I was unaware that they ate as much as they did when they were going out to the creek and stuff like that. Oh boy. You always learn lessons in life. Even when you don't expect to learn a lesson, it'll show up when you least expect it. I know in my head that I broke the golden rule of farming is you never leave a gate unattended. But all I'm going to be doing is just, you know, I just unwrapped the bale, walked over to the trash can because I didn't see any cows around. That all could change in a matter of moments. So instead of just keep driving in the same darn ruts all the time, I'm actually thinking about maybe going over here and walking this first. Just, oh dear. Oh dear. Yeah. Well, my boss told me to put hay out before it rains. I guess we'll see what happens. Thought I was realistically going to tip the machine on its head once I left the grass here, because I had to get up close enough to dump that in. You guys saw where I stopped. I didn't really want to go that far, but I had no choice. I was afraid I wasn't going to have enough reach, seeing as that was a 8-off bale, and I didn't want to screw myself, have the bale hit that, and then not go in where it's supposed to. I either A, thought I was going to tip the thing on its head because you don't know how soft this ground is, or B, I was afraid I was going to get stuck and have to go pull myself out with a tractor. But I used my head, it took it nice and easy, didn't get careless with spinning around and doing all that, and just took things nice and easy and got myself out. Now, this is where years of knowledge have been put to the test. You have succeeded, oh wise one. Well, I knew that that was going to happen. We have in the past years taken a backhoe and smashed that trash down in the dumpster here, so that way it don't blow all around. Yeah, I don't know why we didn't do it this time, but oh well. Trash guy will be here today, being Tuesday, April 29th, 2025. Didn't really want to have to come back down here until the wagon was loaded, but it is what it is. And there's the mother. She is not happy right now because I went and moved her kittens, but you know what? Dad's like, take that straw, put it on the wagon. Cats don't get priority around here. Okay. I'm gonna say I got enough thrown down to get me started anyhow. You guys get the idea? Throw it down. Throw it up on the bed after we get the bed clean or all stacked. Then we'll do our 5th row or so Well, darn it, I'm still not over close enough. Grr. Oh well. It happens. Maybe I threw a little bit too much on. I'll go ahead and set time lapse up again, and you guys can watch me figure this out. Let me know in the comment section below also if you would like me to incorporate music into the time lapse footages or not of these YouTube videos. Yes, I know I'm still farting around trying to use this time-lapse thing, but I just wanted to show people that what I mean by bale length inconsistency is, you see how long this bale is here? That bale fit into place there real nicely. I had this bale here in its spot. Didn't let me enough room to put that bale sideways here because the bale lengths are inconsistent. I don't like that, but it's part of the job. Stop trying to terrorize the babies. You had your pup. Come here. Hi, kitty. Hi, Loud. What's the matter? Why are you terrorizing the babies? Huh? Why are you terrorizing the babies? I'm here to love on you. Yeah. And there goes the trash. Yeah, boy. Trash guy has arrived on this windy Northeast Ohio day. See how much trash blows out of that there dumpster on this here windy Northeast Ohio day. I'm sure they've had a lot of trash blow out of their dumpsters when they go to dump them. It don't appear like hardly anything blew out. Straw wagon's loaded. Good tractor, move it. We got a backhoe to wash up next. You'll see in the next video. Catch you guys next time.